My name is Aisling O'Loughlin and I am, that's the big question. I am, what am I? Big question mark. I write sometimes, I paint sometimes, I'm a mom of 3, I used to be on the telly, still figuring out what I want to be when I grow up. So yeah, that's a really big question. We could be here all day with that one. I didn't have a fear. I was actually thrilled to be joining you on retreat because it just came at the right time. I had set my intentions. I really wanted to get more fit. I bought a bike and this is a big deal for me because I've been watching all these middle-aged men in Lycra and I became a middle-aged woman in Lycra, joining everybody. And I suddenly got the buzz and it was a breakthrough moment in my life. And I was like, I get it now. I see why everybody is getting in on this kind of well-being big wave that has hit. So I really wanted more, and then this came along and I'm so happy to have done it. It has been such an eye-opening experience this past week. Yeah, I didn't, because I was so happy to be here and to have your guidance, to have Damien Hall's guidance, the expertise and the knowledge. When I saw dairy-free, I thought fine, because I'm already a vegan. But the wheat and the gluten seemed to be tripping me up. Because you go vegan, you think you're going to be sorted in terms of diet. You think you're going to be so skinny, but what I found is I was just reaching for the chips, I was reaching for the crisps, I was reaching for the beer, I was having great fun, but I was getting quite chunky on it. Thank God the bike came along, and then you came along with the wheat and gluten aspect. And I found this week, because my stomach, oh my Lord, sometimes I need a little trolley just to wheel it around. A serious bloat, and I've had 3 C-sections, but I always had bloat. I could blame the C-sections to a certain extent, but the bloat is always there. And because I love crisps and I love all that food, and I enjoy it. But this week, having Kira in the kitchen has been such a joy, because we've had all these anti-inflammatory foods, and it's incredible. You think anti-inflammatory, schmammatory, but when you do cut out the gluten and the wheat, dairy, amazing. I couldn't believe it. Even the first day, I couldn't believe how my stomach went in. And then I was eating so well, I thought, am I putting on weight? Because I was just feeling so satisfied. I'd brought a pot noodle in the bag just in case, because I hate being hungry. And the pot noodle stays intact. I wasn't hungry throughout. In fact, up until this morning, I was thinking, I might have put some weight on here. And it was a joy this morning to step on the weighing scale to see that in fact I've lost weight and off the hips and the waist. And it doesn't matter if you need to lose weight or not, or what size you are. It's an absolute joy. It's a thrill. It's an absolute thrill. Yeah, I was really impressed with that. And I like your style. I like Damien Hall's style here, because he's not pushing it too far. He's never trying to make you feel bad about yourself. It's never like, oh, you fail. It's always encouragement. It's always on the positive side. Never says anything in any way negative about your body shape or your choices. And I just think Damien Hall's approach is absolutely beautiful, and it suits me because it's not too tough. I don't want somebody shouting at me, And I think we got results as a result. So I think there was loads of downtime. You can have a proper holiday, as long as, I think some people will associate holiday with boozing. And I think that will break a habit, because especially at the end of the week when you get your result and you're buzzing, you're absolutely buzzing, and you're motivated to continue, and you're motivated to keep going with the yoga every morning as well. Just even the neck exercises, the core for me, because my posture had been and continues to be, but I feel I've made great progress this week with my posture, which has been down on my list for goals for years. Got to sort my posture out. And this week, I think we've made great headway in the sense, because sort your posture out, sort your core out first, and also all that band work we were doing. I'm going to continue on with that and try and get those shoulder blades back. Because when you look more confident in this world, you can go out there and knock 'em dead, tiger. My biggest take home is the preparation of food and the wheat and the gluten aspect, because I love bread. And I think as well, just because you have really good and joyful associations with food, it doesn't make it right. You don't want to kill all the joy, but at the same time, when you see a waste coming back, you have to try and balance it up with all the joy you get out of food, booze, like bread and booze. So it's like, ooh, it's like what Kate Moss said, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. And I know she got into terrible trouble for it. There's a certain truth in it. There is a certain truth. So it's balancing up all the joy you get out of the bad food, which I will go back. I will continue to drink, and I probably will go back and have some bread. But I know now, I've learned enough this week to be able to know when to stop, know when to put down the bottle of wine and know when to, well, with the Frenchies, they take that out of the middle of the bread anyway. So I'll be doing that, and I'll be just eating less bread. And I might even wean myself off it, but it's been a beautiful break in my habits. It's been a beautiful break in like, oh sure, why not, There's always, sure, why not, let's crack open a bottle of wine, oh sure, why not, let's have a, life is short, we keep saying that, life short, let's have some fun. Well, it's really nice to have a body that is fit, and it's really nice to respect your body, and especially now 41, middle age, so you're heading into this kind of latter part of your life, and you want to make sure that you're going to be able to handle old age. Now's the time to do it. Well, probably at the beginning, probably 20s, the 20-year-olds now, they're so smart, they're starting now. But anyway, I'm catching up. So now's the time to start insuring yourself, hopefully if you get there to old age, and hopefully get those joints moving nicely and not be too creaky by the time you hit 70, Yeah, if you're sitting on the fence and looking at this fabulous villa and looking at us all having, we've had the most luxurious time. That's something I'd had on my list as well, that I realised I love luxury, and then this came along, it's like, I really love luxury because this is a luxurious villa. It is an absolute privilege. It is, you're overlooking the sea, you're 10 minutes from the airport, there's no big travel, there's loads of space for everybody, so we're not all stuck in on top of each other. If you want your space, you have beautiful room, beautiful shower. Shower is so important. There's loads of everything, loads of food. The exercise, it's hard enough, but it's not too hard. It won't break you, And plus, because you are a tough taskmaster, but you're not a nasty taskmaster. You'll get it done. You'll get it done. The only thing I would say is, got to be punctual for Damien. You've got to be on time or you won't be winning. So, but I like that too, because, Damien has his timeline, and if he says 12, it's 12, and we're out the door. So there's no messing. There's no time lag. So you're getting into good habits. And I loved going to the markets. I loved going on the boat trip. Just seeing this island, Lanzarote. I think my biggest misconception about Lanzarote, even though I'd been to the Gran Canaria years ago, was that it was going to be all high-rise and takeaways and it was going to be real naff. But Lanzarote is the most classy, cool island. It's underdeveloped, purposefully so, and it's gorgeous. It's well worth a visit down here. And look at it, everybody else is freezing their butts off. All over Europe, even in France, everybody else is absolutely freezing. And look at us, we're in our t-shirts, blue skies, and we're having the time of our lives. I want to just say a big thank you to Damien Hall for, first of all, coming up with this concept, because it does take a vision to come up with the place, the venue, also adding in the fun, the food, and just that overall vision of you can lose weight, you can have the body that you're dreaming of, and eat a load of food that you really enjoy. Okay, the booze bit's a bit of a problem, I won't lie, but no booze. Drink loads of water, that's a big one too. I think because I was retaining water because I wasn't drinking enough. That's a big one. We think because we're drinking a bit of water, we couldn't possibly be retaining it, but that's why we're retaining it. So the flushing of all the toxins and the drinking all that water feels so good. So I feel like I've recalibrated, reset, and ready to get stuck into life again. And that is a huge gift to take away from the end of a holiday, instead of going, oh, I put on a load of weight and I feel disgusting because I've been hungover every day. And so to come away from a holiday going, I'm ready to get stuck in. I have got my 3-month, 6-month, 9-month goals ready to go. Let's be having you. That's very nice.